who won this Archive of 12. And today we have another episode of the Mandela Catalog. This one is Exhibition. I thought actually we were getting to Mandela Catalog Volume 2, but it looks like we've got Exhibition first. So I, as usual, don't know what to expect, except expect some creepy imagery. The last one had some things that I had to put a trigger warning for because I was not expecting it. So that's something that we're going to have to like keep in mind going forward with the Mandela Catalog. I did not anticipate that kind of thing. So for those who skipped the trigger warning, I apologize if you encountered that by accident. It was not something that I actually had to like omit a little bit off of the previous one, intruder alert, just because I thought it might have been too intense. I had to fast forward a little bit. So yeah, it's I should have expected such because creepypastas tend to be like that, but I didn't. So I apologize for that. I'm looking forward to continuing this, however, for spooky season. So keep an eye out for more Mandela Catalog stuff. Continuing on all the way until Halloween. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing, I will be talking about it. Also down below is a link to my Patreon, where you'll find longer form reaction videos of various anime and TV shows, including Dr. Stone and Solo Leveling, both of which will be receiving an update for episode 3 very, very soon, as well as Surreal Estate, which I have been recommended to react to for spooky season. So episode 1 of that will be going up very soon as well. That one's definitely going to be a longer video because I was looking into it, and Surreal Estate seems to be one of those shows that's like 42 minutes long per episode. So expect an hour-long reaction to that. But if that's something you want to see, it'll be over on my Patreon. First episode, as always, will be for free. So you can get a sense as to whether or not this is something you want to continue watching by subscribing to it. But without further ado, let's get started on this, because I am super excited to continue on with the creepiness that is the Mandela Catalog. It's interesting that there's so many different like dial tones going on in the background. You've got different recorded messages like, we can't reach your party at this time. Please hang out and try again, or please leave a message after the beep, or this number has been disconnected or is no longer in service. You can hear all of that going on in the background behind the static and behind the dial tone. I wonder if this is supposed to be a reference to the number of people who have, I'm assuming at this point, started to go missing from these anomalies. I guess there's some music there too.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try.
Noah went out of his house for some fresh air.
I don't feel like Noah would be responding to knocking on a door. That felt like someone animated a blooper. It felt like that particular section of that like animated Bible thing wasn't supposed to be there, and like Noah was in the recording booth and was about to speak his line, and then like someone knocked on the door and he just went stunned silence because he was like, that's not supposed to happen right now. I'm in the middle of recording, and someone animated that. That's the vibe I got. Obviously that's not what was going on, but that's the first thing that came to mind when I heard that. Oh, I already don't like this. Hold on. Was there anything there? I didn't see anything. I if there was something there, can someone please like point that out to me? Because I didn't see anything inside that. I don't know if that was the point. Obviously, I know this is like supposed to be crappy quality, but I can't make out anything. I like this is it's designed to look like 1992's, 240p recorded footage, but I can't make a thing out. Maybe if I was watching on a 240p resolution screen, things might be a little clearer. I don't know. Like pixel art. Designed to be on like CRT TV sort of things. Church? Back to the bedroom. This is a lot of really weird random like pieces of footage that they've decided to stitch together. I don't understand the story that it's trying to tell. I kind of started to understand it and then they went back to the bedroom. So I don't understand like what the point of them showing us all this stuff just to show the bedroom again. And it's only like 5-10 minute or 5-10 second clip. So it's like you can't get a lot of information from it, really. Well, we've seen two dots on the screen before from like eyes from the anomalies. I don't know if that's supposed to be what that is, but it looks like there's something in the background. The Doctor Who fan in me is immediately pointing out like weeping angels, but I can't tell for sure what they are. But like, there's one right here that looks like a weeping angel, and then there's another one over here that I can't quite get the impression of. Like right where those dots are, there's something there, but I can't see it. That's something that I'd have to like turn up the brightness on my my screen to be able to identify, I think. Nope, and one of them just moved. Oh, those are the doorknobs. Of course. Yeah. Although I find it interesting now that like the light was off and you could hear a flashlight clicking. So like I don't know if that was always like that. That was a flashlight that was pointed towards the door during the bedroom scenes. The bedroom scenes are making me horribly uncomfortable, though. I don't like the bedroom scenes. Of course it's a basement. Because why wouldn't it be a basement? I've played enough Phasmophobia to know that this ends poorly. Especially if you're gonna walk down the frickin' stairs in boots. That's not creepy at all. Well, there are the eyes I thought were looking at us. That ended up just being doorknobs. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 don't. 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 Okay, so the thing that's freaking me out here is up until this point, most of the stuff that we've seen in terms of like pictures and footage and whatnot have been static, right? Most of the stuff that have been here up until this point have either been animated stuff or like just PNGs essentially. We haven't seen anything, or we haven't seen much of like found footage, you know, of things that are moving around. Maybe in the first Mandela Catalog video, but like for most of this, when I say the first, I mean like the first volume. But like for the wide majority of this series, most of the stuff have been audio clips and like public service announcement like animations and static photograph. I don't like the fact that we're getting to found footage stuff. That is driving me, that's driving my anxiety through the roof. And that might also be because of the fact that I've been drinking vanilla Death Wish coffee. I don't know, but like that, like my anxiety is spiked right now. I think that's the same window, but it's blurry now. And it looked like there was a head looking through it. Yeah, paranoid is a good explanation for why those videos reasons are implied. Yeah. Back to Noah. I think they said that that's supposed to be like hold on. What?
Why do you try to escape while you fear? Noah, you will be punished for resisting my message. You will bring another creature on the boat. You won't notice it at first. Just wait, Noah. Wait until you start to feel something. A change happening in your mind. You won't even realize it has taken form until you see it. When you see it, there is no return. It will give you a message. It will be your last message.
Okay. I forget. Someone pointed out to me. I don't remember if they said that was supposed to be like the replacement for Archangel Michael or Lucifer as Archangel Michael or something along those lines. I forget what they said, but that's the same figure that we saw in the very first one, the Overthrown episode of Mandela Catalogue. So that's kind of interesting that they're taking it upon themselves to approach these biblical figures, which, by the way, like the idea of that, like Christianity continued on the way it was always supposed to, but like if I'm understanding right, Lucifer has taken God's place. Someone can correct me on that. But like the idea that like Lucifer has tried to keep things more or less similar to the way it was, but these alterations have caused these other entities to start manifesting themselves into the real world. I find that to be very interesting because under most circumstances, you would expect Lucifer to have wanted to maybe change the status quo. This is, of course, potentially assuming that like these deities are multi-cosmal, or if you want to put it that way, or multi-dimensional, where they can see all forms of reality all at once and are capable of interacting with any forms of reality they choose. If that's the case, then like I find it very curious as to the fact that Lucifer decided to keep Christianity mostly the same, but because of these incursions into the human realm, things like the Mandela Catalogue, like public service announcements, have been forced to be like a regularly occurring thing. The death of, yeah, like the United States Department of Temporal Phenomena, like that right there is a indication thing. I saw that it said the death of Mark Heathcliff, so that's kind of interesting and curious that like Heathcliff ultimately ended up dying. It wasn't just like it's not just like he was getting paranoid. He actually ended up like passing away either because of fright from these phenomena or directly because of the phenomena. I'm guessing because of the latter.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible sword. His truth is marching on.
Will not be available.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, 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 hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Curious.
Is marching on.
Okay, so this is exhibition was the end of season 1. Interesting. I also know that someone did mention that the Mandela Catalogue's next volume might be coming out on Halloween. So this is like perfect timing for me to get back into the series.
I have seen him in the white fires of 100 circling camps. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damp. I can read his righteous sentence by the dim and flaring lamp. His day is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory.
Okay, so very interesting little pieces of information going on right there. Very curious to see how this is starting to evolve, because while exhibition didn't have a whole lot in it, it was mostly focused on what seemed like one specific paranormal event and the fallout from it. There's a decent amount to unpack when it comes to like the wider implications of the story, because every single piece of this puzzle unlocks some new questions. And I'm excited to get to Mandela Catalogue Volume 2 and Volume 3, 333, specifically because I want to see what this first season set up, what kind of things ended up being unlocked by these instruments, by these specific incidents that they were covering, especially in a True to Alert and exhibition. Like, I feel like those two right there are setting up what's going to happen in the next several episodes, but we won't get to that today. That'll be something for later. In the meantime, thank you for joining me. This is Arc Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.